Module Overview. Module 2 delves profoundly into the diverse theoretical foundations and conceptual models that underpin the study and practice of public policy and public administration. This module is designed to equip you with a rich, multi-layered understanding of the intellectual frameworks that scholars, policymakers, and administrators use to analyze government actions, organizational dynamics, and policy outcomes. It begins by exploring the classical and modern theories that explain how policies are made, implemented, and influenced by a multitude of factors. It highlights the differences between rational, incremental, and mixed scanning approaches to decision-making, providing a nuanced view of the complexity and messiness inherent in real-world policy processes. 1. Classical theories of public policy. Rational choice theory assumes policy actors are rational decision-makers who maximize utility through cost-benefit analysis, emphasizes comprehensive information and clear objectives. Incrementalism, proposed by Charles Lindblom, it recognizes the limits of rationality and suggests that policy changes occur through small, successive adjustments rather than sweeping reforms. Mixed scanning, a hybrid model combining rational analysis and incrementalism, allowing broad scanning of options with detailed focus on key areas. 2. Contemporary policy theories and frameworks. Multiple streams framework, John Kingdon, highlights how problem recognition, policy proposals, and political conditions converge to open policy windows for change. Advocacy coalition framework examines how groups with shared beliefs coordinate to influence policy over long periods. Punctuated equilibrium theory explains policy stability interrupted by brief periods of significant change triggered by external shocks or shifts in public attention. 3. Classical theories of public administration. Bureaucratic theory, Max Weber, emphasizes hierarchy, formal rules, specialization, and impersonality as the ideal organizational structure for efficiency and fairness. Scientific management, Frederick Taylor, focuses on optimizing work processes and labor productivity through time-motion studies and standardization. Human relations movement, Elton Mayo, shifts attention to employee welfare, motivation, group dynamics, and informal organizational behavior. 4. Modern theories of public administration. Systems theory views organizations as open systems interacting with their environment, emphasizing feedback, adaptation, and interdependence. Contingency theory proposes that organizational structures and management styles must adapt to internal and external situational variables for effectiveness. New Public Management, NPM, introduces market-based mechanisms, customer orientation, performance measurement, and decentralization to enhance public sector efficiency. Governance theory moves beyond government to include networks, partnerships, and collaborative arrangements among state, private sector, and civil society. Digital era. Governance highlights the transformative role of information and communication technologies in improving transparency, participation, and service delivery. 5 models of policy analysis and decision-making. Top-down versus bottom-up implementation models. Contrasting approaches, emphasizing central control versus local discretion. Rational model, linear decision-making based on objectives, alternatives, and evaluation. Incremental model, small-scale adaptive policy adjustments, garbage can model, describes decision-making as chaotic, with problems, solutions, and actors loosely coupled. 6. Critical perspectives and ethical considerations. Power and politics in policy, analysis of how power relations, conflicts, and interests shape policy agendas and outcomes. Equity and social justice, assessing who benefits and who bears the costs of policies. Ethical challenges, navigating conflicts between efficiency, equity, transparency, and political expediency. Citizen engagement and participatory models, exploring deliberative democracy, co-production, and inclusive governance. Learning outcomes. By the end of this module, you will be able to critically compare and contrast classical and contemporary public policy theories, analyze public administration models and their applicability to different governance contexts, Apply policy analysis frameworks to real-world case studies. Recognize the importance of power dynamics, ethics, and citizen participation in shaping policy and administration. Assess the impact of emerging governance paradigms and digital technologies.